Good afternoon and welcome to Oceanside Ice Arena in Tempe, Arizona. We're ready for some Sunday afternoon hockey as the Arizona State Sun Devils D2 Elite will be taking on the Utah Utes. I'm Jason Chesler. Joining me on color today, Julian Lopez. If you're looking forward to the energetic call from our very own Richard Flores, we apologize. His voice has been claimed by a cold he's been battling all weekend. Richard is, however, working a camera for us. Get well soon, Richie.
It's a shame. I heard Richard Flores is day-to-day, but should be back next weekend.
I agree. Probable next weekend. So, Julian, we're about to drop the puck, but before we do, can you get into some keys of tonight's game?
I mean, both these teams have two explosive offenses. Utah's entered this game with over 160 goals. Sun Devils have 150. It should be a high-scoring game. We'll see what happens.
I agree. An offensive affair. The Utes will strike first, but that puck is up off the netting. We'll have a stoppage. Offensive zone faceoff for the Utes. Now, this Utah squad, you mentioned it, Julian, score a lot of goals. Few guys do it better in the entire ACHA than their winger, Josh Dangle. 30 goals on the year, 7th in ACHA Division II. He's out there on the front line.
One of the best in the ACHA.
Working it over to the near side, it's Dangle. Battling it out, puck is cleared away, yet unable to be kept in, as Wiseman will look to advance it out of the Sun Devil defensive zone. Over to Hanlon. Sun Devils skating forward into the neutral zone. It's taken away by the Utes. Moving forward on the attack, Ryan Ures. Ures dumps it in. And it looks like we're having a clock malfunction. There we go. There's the whistle blown. We'll have a stoppage.
Kyle Dietrich in net again, still, after last night, undefeated on the season. Can't ask for any more if you're the head coach of the Arizona State Sun Devils.
Dietrich been an absolute wall in defense for the Sun Devils. Douglas Newell to handle the face-off for the Utes. It's controlled, though, by the Devils. Sun Devils looking to advance. Big hit into the boards by number 18 from the Utes as the puck advances into the neutral zone, and it's turned over. Skating forward, Graves will dump it in. Dietrich pokes it back out. Let's see who recovers. Puck battle, far boards, and the Utes come away with it. Dumped in and wrapped around. Sun Devils look to clear. Johnson keeps it in for Utah. Wraps back around the boards. Newell dumps it out. Sun Devils still just trying to clear this puck. It's loose once again. And it looks like the Devils will finally get it forward into the neutral zone, and the puck finds its way out of play with a face-off in the neutral area.
Both teams showing that they're pretty physical early on. Both Utes and the Sun Devils with some early hits.
Nick Mueller getting some play at defense here to start this one out for the Sun Devils. We haven't seen too much from him all season. Face-off controlled back into the Sun Devils defensive zone. They'll look to get it clear near boards, but picked off by Coons. Leclerc looking to get this one out, battling, and it will cross the blue line. Still, the Utes taking it to him on offense. Onto the neutral zone. Brown skating forward, dumps it in. Handled behind the Utah net. They look to clear it, but it will go out of play. Offensive zone faceoff for ASU. Kuda, Leclerc, and Morgan the line out there. We've seen the Sun Devils this entire weekend.
As we bring up the keys to the game for the Sun Devils today, they want to limit the turnovers, stay out of the box, which they've had issues with this weekend, and get the offensive going again. They have one of the best scoring offenses in D2, so we'll see what happens today.
Kenzie dumps it in off the faceoff. Kuda is chasing, but the Utes will maintain control. Good disruption from Kuda. He's pressuring. Utah still looking to clear this. Puck battle near board. Sun Devils keep it in. Shot fired, saved. Puck still loose. Controlled and cleared by the Utes as Kenzie will send it right back in to the Utah defensive zone. More pressure from Kuda. He's doing a solid job. The Utes, however, are able to clear this one away finally, but the Sun Devils will just send it right in. The Devils change. Morgan will dump it in and then check himself out as Ryan Moore looks to pressure the puck. Skating forward, the Utah defenseman, Curtis Kunz. Moving forward right now, the Utes could have a breakaway chance. Cronin dumps it in, sent back out by Dietrich, not giving Cronin a chance to play that one as the puck is cleared. Kugler in pursuit for the Utes. Near side boards, Sun Devils regain control. Wiseman working it over to the assistant captain, Hanlon. Hanlon looks to dump it in, but it's off the official. Battling going on at the far boards. And I'm not sure if this whistle is offsides or if a penalty is being called. It will be off.
Sun Devils are playing about 15 hours since their last game, so it'll be interesting to see if fatigue is a factor going forward today.
It'll be Scotty Farr handling the faceoff for the Sun Devils up against Chase McDonald. The Utes' first line back out there for their second shift of work. Battling for the puck. Still battling the neutral zone. Eventually controlled by the Utes. Stengel will send it in. Got a two-man rush, Stengel and Bernatelli, but it is turned away by the Sun Devils. Bertinoli, I apologize. Those Italian names, they always get me, Julian. Wiseman recovers the puck into defensive zone for the Sun Devils. Works it around to Hanlon. Can't find his stick, though, and the Utes recover. It's McDonald working with it, poked away by Hanlon and controlled by Farr. Farr gets it forward, and Cotnoir gets it clear. Now we have a breakaway chance. That's Coda Ingbar and Cotnoir, two-man rush. And poked away. Solid poke check. Good work by Dylan Graves to get that puck clear of the dangerous breakaway skater, Coda Ingbar. Owasku sends it back to the neutral zone. Dangle controls it onside. Sent back, however, by Owasku. Skating forward, far side. Sun Devils with the puck. Ingbar and Cotnoir trailing. And a puck battle, far side. Taken away by Avriliak to Ingbar. Shot on wide. Kicks it back out to Mueller. Mueller can't handle it, though. Squirts past the blue line. He will retain possession in the neutral zone, however. Devils looking to put this one back in their offensive zone. Puck is loose. Puck battle near boards. Ends up behind the net. And a solid attempt from the slot, but now the Utes have a breakaway chance. Bertinoli moving forward. Mueller's got to keep him away from this one. And it's controlled by Bertinoli. Now taken away, it's Cebulskis. Out to the point, shot on, blocked. Good block work by Justin Avriliak there. He'll clear it, and the Sun Devils will change. The Utes looking to work this one back out of their defensive zone. Puck unable to find the stick of Seth Fajergren. Edson battling for it on the near boards. Kugler ends up with it for the Utes. He'll fire off a weak shot, and it's blocked well before it reaches Kyle Dietrich. Utes regain possession, though, in the neutral zone. Utah working it forward. Puck is stopped in the neutral zone by Inzer. He'll dump it in. The Devs will chase. ASU trying to pressure the puck, and someone gets a stick on it. The Utes having a hard time getting this one clear, and it's eventually stopped and smothered by the goalie, Pete Gibb.
About 5.5 minutes into this game, both teams really haven't had a legit shot on net. Utah had that one shot early in the game, but Dietrich was able to snag that.
So far, a very back-and-forth game as Brady Morgan will handle the face-off for the Devils. He controls it back to Kuda. Wraps around the boards. Morgan can't quite find it on his stick as we have a puck battle at the near boards. It squirts loose. Kuda looking to make a play. Gets his stick on it, but he's too far deep. Looks to send it back out to the point. It's being doubled right now. The puck is poked away, but recovered by Kuda. Out in front. Puck battle. Back out to the line. Brown tries to keep it in, and he will. Fans on it a few times, but eventually wraps it around the boards. Will finally be recovered by Dylan Graves. Sun Devils able to keep this one in, keep pressure on the puck. And still, the Utes just unable to clear this puck. Jordan Leclerc lays down the hit. Finally not able to keep it in. The Devs get it back in neutral zone and will dump it in so they can change. Full change, both the line and the defensive pair. Kuda, the only guy who stays out there for the Sun Devils, he'll dump it in. More pressuring. McDonald checks in, but he can't get a stick on the puck. Wiseman will chase that one down, but it will be called for icing. There are two Bertinolis on Utah, both Seamus Bertinoli and Bo Bertinoli. We will try to clarify which is which, but you know, Julian, that last name in its own, bit of a roller coaster for me.
It's going to be a tough one. It's going to be the key to the game for Cronkite Sports tonight.
Utah controls the puck off their defensive zone faceoff, skating forward, and it floats off the stick, and Scotty Farr is able to send it right back into ASU's attacking zone. Puck battle near boards. Wiseman unable to keep it in. Good play by Dangle to pressure the puck. Sun Devils, though, send it right back from where it came. Farr's the first one to it. Good disruption, but no, Farr handles it. Back out to the blue line. Wiseman fires. Deflection and in. Not sure if they'll credit that shot to Jacob Wiseman or off the deflection, but either way, it's a Sun Devil goal. ASU strikes first, 1-0, 13:08 to go in the first period.
What a goal. A couple deflections in that, but you got to give all the credit to that goal to Scotty Farr. He came in, the goalie left the puck right behind the net, he used all the energy, came around, gave the Sun Devils the possession, and passed over to Wiseman, who might or might have not got that goal because there was a deflection. We'll see what the official result is.
Yeah, Wiseman fired that shot from the point, one of the strongest shots on the team. Face-off controlled by the Utes. And forgive me, Julian, fill some time if I have to listen for the call.
And they gave the goal to Parker Woltz.
Parker Foltz with the goal. Not a name we're particularly used to hear be called here at Oceanside. His 7th goal of the season. Assist one will certainly go to Wiseman. We haven't heard the official ruling yet. And so 1-0 on the Parker Foltz goal.
And now the Sun Devils will go on the power play with, looks like a hooking penalty. So power play with 12:50 left in this first period.
Yes, Douglas Newell sent to the box for hooking. Good eye, Julian. The Sun Devil power play unit, they've been dangerous all season. They're back out. Utah controls the puck off the faceoff, though, and they immediately clear it. Dietrich sitting on it. Pressure coming in by York. Dietrich able to get it away. Kenzie will try to send it forward. Cotnoir fighting near boards and sent back out by Utah. Good awareness by these Utes PK unit players. Wiseman forward to Avriliak as he's officially credited with an assist. Cotnoir moving forward. Avriliak fires. Shot goes far. And speaking of which, Scotty Farr also credited with the hockey assist on the goal by Parker Foltz.
One thing the Sun Devils have struggled with this weekend has been their power plays. They did get a power play goal yesterday, but they had numerous power play opportunities in Friday's game and Saturday's game, and so far they haven't really been able to take advantage of the man advantage.
Under 1:30 left on the power plays. The Utes are able to control it and clear it once again. Solid job in the face-off circle by these Ute centers. Skating forward with the puck are the Sun Devils. Kenzie loses his grip on it, and Johnson recovers. Tries to cross it to McDonald, but finds Kenzie's stick instead, and the Sun Devils will regain control. Morgan skating forward, far side. Puck is poked away. Eventually finds its way back to the stick of Brady Morgan. He'll wrap it around. Ryan Moore battling to get to this one, but it is cleared by Utah. Heads up play there by Ryan Hurris. Dietrich stops it. 45 seconds to go on the power play. Sun Devils still looking to advance this puck. It goes over to Owasku, who will send it in. Wraps it around the boards, but it is stopped by Gibb. Gibb looks to get it clear, and it squirts away from Owasku. Recovered by Hanlon in the Sun Devils defensive zone. 30 seconds on the power play. As Kuda has it taken away. Dangle skating forward. Gets the puck poked away. He will just take it back into the neutral zone. Heads up play there by Josh Dangle to just kill as much time as possible. 15 seconds on the power play. Sun Devils might just have one last shot at this. Brady Morgan skating forward. Looks to get it deep into Randall, but instead he dumps it in. Look to send it back out, but Hanlon stops it. Fires off the blocker, and it's a puck battle at the near boards. Utes look to clear once again as they have killed the ASU penalty. So 0 for 1 on the power play to start things out for the Sun Devils. Edson battling for the puck along with Michael Aaron. Eventually it's poked in by the Sun Devils into their attacking zone. Good pressure coming out of Inzer right now. As the Utes still looking to clear this puck unsuccessfully. Finally, the Utes able to get it back out to the neutral zone, but Dan Kenzie looks to bring it right back in for the Devils. Randall skating forward with this one, only able to poke it forward before Curtis Coons recovers. Utah now skating with the puck, moving forward into the neutral zone. Chris York hit hard into the boards by Cotnoir. The Devils will recover on the stick of Dan Kenzie. Cotnoir looking to move the puck forward, but it's intercepted. Moving forward are the Utes, dumped in. Eventually controlled by York. Lots of stick movement forward and poked away. Full extension on the poke by Jacob Brown as Avriliak now battles for the puck at the near boards. York sends it back around. Brown will eventually find possession, trying to get it clear, and the Sun Devils eventually will, with the captain Avriliak poking it back into the Utes' defensive zone. Good disruption from Cotnoir. Over to Avriliak in front. Big hit. And the Utes will get a 3-on-3 break opportunity. Evergreen fires it away. Or Fagergren, I apologize. Trying to read the names off the back of the jerseys from time to time. Hanlon ends up with it. Wiseman skating with it. 9 minutes to go here in the first. Neutral zone. Avriliak looking to get some disruption in, but the Utes will eventually move forward. It's Chase. Fire is in front, and a fan by Wood. Puck still might be loose. No, Dietrich's able to smother it. And that was as good of a scoring chance as the Utes have gotten so far. Andrew Wood fanned on what was a pretty open net to Kyle Dietrich's left.
Wood had an easy opportunity for the goal, but he just whiffed on it, and by the time he got around to shoot it, Dietrich was there and made a great save.
So offensive zone face-off for Utah. McDonald in the circle for the Utes. He's able to control it. Dangle sends it around. Controlled by the Devils. They look to clear. Johnson unable to keep it in with his hands. This one will go all the way back to Utah's side and will be touched up for icing. So far, 8:41 still to go in the first. The Sun Devils lead 1-0. The Utah on the attack the past few minutes.
Yeah, I'm going back to that power play by the Sun Devils. One shot on net. Really didn't get anything going. That's a big problem for the Sun Devils going forward.
McDonald controls the faceoff for Utah and looks to go to work, battling a pair of Sun Devil defenders. ASU looks to get this one clear. Skating forward with it is Ryan Moore. He'll dump it in. Now it's a battle to get to the puck. Foltz gets there in time. Farr keeps it in, and Moore regains control, but unable to keep the puck in. They'll have to get back onside as Nick Mueller will just send it back in. Hit by Farr, but the Utes are going to be able to clear this puck. Maybe not. Farr providing a lot of pressure, and eventually it finds its way to Leclerc's stick. Kept in that time by Brown, and they're going to say Brown played it with a high stick, so Utah will escape their own defensive zone. Offensive zone faceoff now for Utah after the high stick call against Jacob Brown. Looks like it will be Newell handling the faceoff for the Utes against Brady Morgan. Puck drop. Douglas Newell controls it. Back to Coons. Coons looks to send it in. Controlled by Morgan. Big hit from Newell. Morgan goes down. It finds a way to Leclerc. Leclerc forward to Kuda. Kuda goes down. No whistle. No. A hand is up, and that will be a tripping call against Utah. Second chance here for this Sun Devil power play unit. And it might actually be against Newell for a boarding call way back on the Sun Devils' defensive side of things. Yeah, 2 minutes for a check from behind. The public address announcer Dom Catronio, a Walter Cronkite Sports Network commentator himself, a intermission reporter on the D1 hockey broadcast, filling in here at the PA. Good work, Dom. And the Sun Devils will have the 5-on-4 advantage. Wiseman sends it around near boards. Utah looks to clear, and it squirts by Wiseman all the way back to Kyle Dietrich. Kenzie moves the puck forward. Pressure coming from McDonald. Kenzie able to dump it in, but the Utes will recover it. Bo Bertinoli unable to be kept in and played with a high stick, I'm guessing by Jacob Wiseman there. Offensive zone faceoff for Utah. 1:28 to go on this Sun Devil power play.
And if you're the Utes, you can't be giving the Sun Devils 2 power plays a period. They're one of the most explosive offenses, and if they start get going, good luck stopping them.
Avriliak handling the power play for the Sun Devils, and he controls it. Kevin Anlin scoops it up, looks to move the puck forward. Cotnoir over to the captain, Avriliak. Avriliak far side skating into the attacking zone. Avriliak wraps it around, and we'll see if Hanlon can keep this one in. He does. Hanlon forward, finds his way to Avriliak again. Back to Hanlon. Hanlon skating towards the center of the attacking zone. Owasku sends it in. Saved. Rebound recovered by the Utes. And it is cleared just by the outstretched hand of James Owasku. So Hanlon will scoop it up, and the Sun Devil power play attack will get going once again. 45 seconds on the power play. Angbar is taken down, and the Sun Devil bench want a hooking call. Looks like they will get it. It'll be 5-on-3 for ASU.
Utes just keep killing himself. Can't be giving away penalties.
Caden Otley will be sent to the box, so 2 minutes for him. 42 seconds of 5-on-3 for the Sun Devils, followed by a minute 18. I can do some subtraction, folks, of 5-on-4. Havrilyak controls the offensive zone faceoff, sent back to Wiseman. Sun Devils with a two-man advantage over to Kenzie. Kenzie hits it off the board, gets it back. Kenzie fakes a shot, fires. Shot goes wide. Wiseman recovers. Sends it over near side. Cross the ice to Cotnoir. He can't quite handle it. Devils fire. Cotnoir's shot is blocked, though. Good stick awareness by Bertinoli. Over to Wiseman. Wiseman to the side. In front for Havrilyak. Nothing. Coda Angbar unable to find Havrilyak there in the slot. Angbar recovers. Outstretched stick of Bertinoli, and he's able to poke that puck clear. That will kill the 5-on-3. The Sun Devils now with a 5-on-4 standard power play. Wiseman skates it forward, gets it over to Havrilyak. He's in a puck battle with the near boards. Able to get it away to Cotnoir, but Utah will clear it. Good quick stick there by Seamus Bertinoli that time. No pressuring, but Kenzie's able to get the puck away from Wiseman. The Sun Devils will move forward once again. Kuda works it over. Good stick, sends it back into the Sun Devils defensive zone. Kuda tries to advance it again. Under a minute on the power play. Controlled near center ice by Josh Dangle. He'll send it back in. Dietrich comes out of his net to wrap it back around and recover that. Hanlon to Owasku. Sun Devils moving forward. Running out of time on this 5-on-4. Moore plays it off the boards and chases it himself. Ryan Moore comes up with it. Tries to find Morgan. Shot goes wide. Moore recovers it. Back out to Hanlon. Hanlon fires. Deflected and over the net. Owasku ends up with this one. Behind the net, it's Kuda. Kuda turns around the corner. Looks to get it forward. No, sends it over to Morgan. Morgan out to the point. Hanlon. Back to Morgan. Look to wrap it around. Moore comes up with this one behind the net. Moving forward, Kuda to Hanlon. Fires. Shot is saved and up off the netting. 1 second left on this ASU power play. And it looks like the Utes have killed the penalty.
Great plays by the Utes. Now the Sun Devils are 0 for 3 on the power play, but you have to give some credit to the Ute defense. Made some key blocks. A couple players laying out for the puck, clearing it. They would be if the Sun Devils were to score and they'd be down 2-0. It would be hard for the Utes to come back.
Yeah, we saw that great full extension layout by Seamus Bertinoli and a good block by Bo Bertinoli as well. As the power play is clear. Straight out of the box right now is Otley. He's in pursuit of this one. But Mueller is going to be able to send it around. Inzer now looking to clear the puck for the Sun Devils. It's kept in by the Utes. Skating forward, it's Cronin. As it looks like, yes, Edson will finally clear this puck for the Devils. Puck battle near the far boards, neutral zone. Utah ends up with it, but Edson's able to poke it away. Good energy out of Edson so far. Shot fired way wide. Played off the boards, however, by Inzer. Utah out with a transition chance now. Otley trying to get a stick on it. He does. He has to send it right in, though, as the Utah will change lines. Sun Devils look to capitalize on this. Inzer will, however, just send it in. Full change by the Sun Devils. So Utah skates with this one out of their defensive zone. Turnover in the neutral zone. Kuda able to get his stick on it, as Morgan will dump it in after not being able to find Jason Kuda. Far boards. Utes look to clear. Finds its way to Leclerc's stick. McDonald is able to get it off to Dangle. 2-on-2 break. Dangle sends it over to Bo Bertinoli. Kenzie has him beat. Tries to send it over to Leclerc. McDonald battling with him, and Dangle eventually comes away with it. Dangle in front of the net for Bertinoli. Nothing. But the Utes keep it in. Kuda eventually clears it for the Devils. No. Kept in by Utah. Shot fired, blocked, and into the netting. Hard slapper there by Tyler Kugler, but nothing doing.
Utah offense has to start to wake up now. They really haven't had any shots on net besides that whiff and the one early on in the first period. Be interesting to know what the shots on net are right now.
We will have that for you after the first period, as right now we have a face-off. Farr tries to control it. Shot saved off the leg blocker of Kyle Dietrich. To the near boards, Newell comes away with it. Kenzie able to clear it, and Wilson will send it back in. Dietrich hands it over. Sun Devils trying to advance near the near boards. They're able to get it clear. Now Scotty Farr skating forward on the left side. Good hit. Farr is cut off, and the puck is sent back out into the neutral zone. Wiseman will send a shot way in. I think saved and sent out of play by Pete Gibb.
To show Jacob Weissman, one of the hardest shots on the team, fired that one out from almost the red line.
Vriliak will be taking on Chris York in the faceoff circle. Offensive zone faceoff for ASU. Still battling for this one. And the Utes eventually control it in the near corner. York looks to get it clear, sent back in. Shot wide as Vriliak comes away with it behind the net. To the near side, puck battle, puck is loose. Utah looks to have control over this one, but eventually looks to be poked clear. Still puck battling in the near corner. Big hit laid down, and Vriliak eventually finds one as a stick. I beg your pardon, it's Koda Ingbar who's able to fire off for a goal. That puck just squirted out into the squirted out towards the slot, and Ingbar was able to get it on stick, fire across his body, and able to beat Pete Gibb.
Utah has had issues keeping the puck out of their zone today, and we saw right there, Sun Devils were able to keep the puck in the zone. Cody Ingbar was wide open and fired one past the Utes goalie, Gibb.
So 2-0, the Sun Devil lead here, 1:44 to play in the first period. Puck controlled by the Utes. Ryan Ures will take it into the attacking zone. Puck is loose. Ingbar with the goal, unassisted, as it is officially announced. Utah controls this puck in the neutral zone. Andrew Wood take it back into their defensive zone. Getting forward Ures. And they'll send it forward. Devils look to control this one in the neutral zone. Edson able to send it back in to Utah's area. Chase controls it, sends it forward. Mueller's pass is intercepted by Cronin. Cronin handles a hit by Lyons, goes down into the board. Dangle with control, near side, back out to Kugler. Kugler fires. Good job there by Edson getting his feet together, but a penalty will be called. I'm guessing that'll be boarding on Mitch Lyons. Yes, Mitch Lyons looks to be finding his way to the box. He's a little bewildered. Mitch Lyons, the pride of Cactus Shadows High School. That's a fun fact.
Speaking of Lyons, making his first appearance of the weekend today, and what a way to welcome yourself with a penalty.
So it will be the Utah power play unit showcased right here. 55 seconds to go in the first period. This 5-on-4 will go into the second if the Utes are unable to score. Heads up play by Owasku to wrap it around and clear it with a powerful clear. And 2 minutes for holding is the call on Lyons, not boarding. I stand corrected. As Utah looks to advance the puck. Under 40 seconds here in the first. Puck goes off the stick and out of play off of Kuda. ASU PK unit, solid against Michigan State, solid in general on the season. Seen a few shorthanded goals by the man in the faceoff circle right now, Brady Morgan. Faceoff is controlled by Utah, however. Ures skates forward with it, dumped in and wrapped around. Dietrich gets a stick on it, but still finds its way to York. Puck battle now at the near boards. Back out to Ures. Ures to York. York fires. Shot saved or maybe blocked away by Owasku as the puck is eventually loose and finds its way to Kuda's stick. 2-on-2 break for Kuda and Morgan right now. Kuda working with the stick. Fires. Saved. Rebound back out to a Utes forward. Getting forward, Bertinoli checked into the boards. McDonald moving forward, but the period will end. So at the end of 1:05 to go on this penalty, and the Sun Devils lead the Utah Utes 2-0.
Period was all Sun Devils. They did have 3 power play opportunities. However, they weren't able to score on any of them. But going forward, it'll be interesting to see how Utah's offense can somehow find a way to wake up. You saw in that first period really had no scoring opportunities.
So what do you think it's going to take, Julian, for Utah to get going offensively?
I think Utah needs to focus more on the offensive style of play. They're played more the defensive way, so we'll see what happens in that second period.
How about for the Sun Devils? Up 2-0, a better start than they had in either first period against Michigan State and really against Texas A&M either as well. Things getting going for ASU here in 2014?
Yeah, things are getting going for the Sun Devils. You saw 2 early goals, but as I keep mentioning, they need to focus on that power play. Their power plays have looked awful this weekend, except for that 1 goal yesterday against Michigan State. When you have a man advantage, you got to take advantage of that situation. So we'll see what happens in the next couple periods.
Well, that'll do it for the first period. For Julian Lopez, I'm Jason Chesler. Be sure to keep it here for an intermission report. Kennedy Collier, Carol Bombard, and hey, probably Julian too. The score at the end of 1, ASU 2, Utah 0. You're watching ASU Hockey on the Walter Cronkite Sports Network.
welcome to the first period intermission report. I'm Carla Bombard, joined by Kennedy Collier. After the first period, ASU leads 2-0 against Utah. So let's talk about Utah a little bit. Predominantly, they're a bigger team than ASU, so will that be an advantage to
It's an advantage when you want hard hitters. Obviously,
you
he's
on
on your
guy?
team, the bigger guy. But it's kind of a disadvantage when for mobility and endurance. You're going to be able to, quickness. You're going to be able to get around a bigger guy faster, and I've seen the Sun Devils been able to use that to their advantage in this first period.
I think ASU is taking advantage of having a little bit of a smaller player because then they're quicker on their feet. They're so much better skating-wise, and they can skate around the bigger player a little bit.
Exactly.
But when it comes to puck handling, it's a little tougher.
Yeah, then you want the big guy because the big guy can ward off hits and control the puck better, in my opinion.
Me too, as well. I agree with you. So ASU has had a couple power plays tonight already, and they haven't really been doing as well as they normally do. What should they improve on those power plays?
2 words: puck management. They're not managing the puck well at all. If they can do that, they will be able to capitalize on their power play goals. They had was it 2? It was 2 power plays.
2 power plays.
2 power
tonight.
plays. 0-2 for that. That's not a good. This is a team.
I thought they would score at least once during that power
and they
play.
got close one for the second power play goal, or the power play, but they weren't able to capitalize on it. And it's kind of been a struggle this weekend with Michigan State. Granted, they're a better team than we were, so I was expecting not as good power play moments from them. But they were still able to capitalize, and I'm a little curious as to why they're not able to against this Utah team.
I don't know. Maybe they're coming out thinking that they can kind of ease off a little bit and not come out as hard as they did against Michigan State. Yeah. But I think they still need to come out just as hard because you never know, because Utah could be ready to go.
Exactly, yeah. I know Utah's coming off of a AU. We're coming off 2 games from Michigan State. Both teams are tired, but they both need to step up their energy level.
And Utah does do better on the road as well, so ASU definitely needs to step it up. They can't just think,
They can't just lay back and rely on their
take
defense.
A rest a little bit.
Exactly.
They need to keep going with it, even though it's just 1 game against Utah. They still need to keep going with it.
Exactly.
So what can we expect going into the second period?
I would expect some of the more of the same, actually.
Okay.
I would unfortunately more of the same. I would look for Utah to pick up their pace a little bit because they need to if they have any chances of scoring and winning this game. So I'd be looking for Utah speeding up. And I know Coach is probably going to be talking about passing. Their passing accuracy was terrible this first period.
Yeah, it hasn't been good at all.
A lot of interceptions, a lot of lost puck. So I better control from Arizona State.
And this weekend, ASU has had a lot of physicality, especially with Michigan State. Have we seen some of that against Utah tonight?
We've seen a couple. Like you said, they have bigger players, so I wouldn't go up against a bigger player.
Yeah. You would want to skate around him a little bit, use that speed to their advantage.
The way around them. But that's just me, and I'm not a hockey player. But yeah, we haven't seen as much physicality, and I'm going to blame it on the 2 games that they've already played. They're tired. Okay. You're not going to see as much bigger hits. You might see, usually when you're down 2-0, teams get frustrated. The frustrated team is going to hit back. But I'd be surprised if we see a big increase in physicality in this period.
I agree with you completely. But thank you so much for watching. Again, I'm Carla Bombard, joined by Kennedy Collier. Stay tuned for second period action.
Welcome back to Sun Devil Hockey on the Walter Cronkite Sports Network. Jason Chesler now joining me in the booth for the second period of action. You just saw him on the intermission report. You know him, you love him. The ever-expandingly versatile Kennedy Collier.
You guys just can't seem to get enough of me. You know what? Give the people what they want, Jason,
Yep.
so why not?
We need to do post-game interview? Yeah, let's send Kennedy.
Send Kennedy.
We need a color commentator? Let's grab Kennedy.
Yeah, you need me to get your coffee? Send Kennedy. I will do anything for you.
Drive
guys.
a Zamboni.
Yep.
You play the ukulele,
Yep.
right? Yep.
You said it got weird, but I felt like my artistic ability was not faltered. So let's talk about the first period. We got total shots on goal for Arizona State. We got 10 versus Utah 7. How do you think they're going to go into the second period with that?
You know, Utah coming out here with the man advantage right now. Mitch Lyons returns to the penalty box. 5-on-4, the Utes need to get something going offensively. This is an offensive-minded Utah team, and we did not see that in the first period.
Their offense was absolutely gone this period. I'm looking forward to this second period now.
Things will get underway. Face-off controlled by Brady Morgan as Kuda is able to dump it in for the Sun Devils. Begin to wind down, under a minute to go on this Utah power play. Bo Bertinoli skating forward with the puck. Finds Wilson on his left. Wilson looks to get back to Bertinoli, but no, someone was off. Bring it back outside the ASU offensive zone.
And not a good way for Utah to start off the second period, going with an offsides. We know and they know that they want to increase their offense ability. Not a good way to start it.
So Newell against Morgan. The face-off circle controlled by Newell and the Utes. Bertinoli skating forward. This time everyone's on. Looks to get it back to Coons. Coons barely able to keep it in. Bertinoli near side. Forward into the corner. Looks like it's Newell. Back to Bertinoli. Little two-man game here between Newell and Bertinoli. As Newell looks to skate with this one himself. Loses his control of the puck, but recovers. Sends it over to Coons. Shot from the blue line, deflected off of Kenzie's skate, it looks like. Morgan battling for the puck near the far boards. A couple of players go down. It looks like Dylan Graves will come up with this one, but no, the Utes can't keep it in. Squirts past the stick of Curtis Coons. 5 seconds to go on the ASU penalty kill. 2-1, and Mitch Lyons emerges from the box. ASU with their first kill, 0 for 1 on the power play. The Utes so far. Skating forward, Coons gets it forward, looking for York. Puck flies into the rafters. That'll be a stoppage of play.
And the Arizona State just had their first penalty kill. We've seen them be consistent with killing penalties. That's one of the things I like about this team, is that when they're not disciplined enough to make the penalty, they're disciplined enough to keep them from scoring.
Very good point, Kennedy. We did see ASU kind of fall back into their penalty box loving ways against Michigan State yesterday, but the PK unit still looking solid as that puck goes way out of play over the Utah bench.
Yeah,
stoppage.
It was almost weird when they were playing Texas A&M. Weren't that many penalties. I didn't think this was the same Arizona State that I grew up and loved. But I'm kind of glad to see them back to their penalty ways.
That energy, that intensity. Some might call it a little breakdown in discipline, too. So we have Havrilyak handling the faceoff for the Sun Devils. He controls it. Sent forward by Brown, but picked off in the neutral zone. Puck battle, far boards. Havrilyak gets his stick on it. Back to Iwascu. ASU looking to advance the puck. Havrilyak deflects it off his stick and sends it in. He's chasing. Handled, sent back, but right to the stick of Kota Engbar. Engbar skates around far side. To Cotnoir in the slot, save. Cotnoir gets it back. Another shot saved and deflected in. Looked like the captain, Justin Havrilyak, will get credited with that goal. 3-0 Sun Devils.
Beautiful goal, Jason. Just absolutely beautiful goal. Love the scene when they're getting in front of the net, when they're battling out in front. You can almost guarantee a goal from one of these players. Absolutely fantastic play right there.
The whole line involved there. Engbar skating it over, controlling it to the far side, wrapped it around to James Cotnoir, fired off a first shot, another ricochet, and then off to deflection, Fear the Beard, the captain, Justin Havrilyak.
And the Utes look afraid.
Scotty Farr unable to control it off the faceoff. McDonald wins that one for Utah, but the Sun Devils recover it. Hanlon sends it out, and no, Cotnoir getting credited with the goal, not off of Havrilyak's stick. Havrilyak getting the assist, however, along with Kota Engbar, so still a line goal. Switch to goal and assist, goal to Cotnoir.
Fantastic team play by the Sun Devils so far.
Farr looks to keep this puck clear. Shot fired, saved, and gloved by Kyle Dietrich.
And we were talking about how this was a line goal. Hockey is a team sport, and no one does it better than Arizona State. They get together. They don't look for their stars. They don't rely on their stars to make big goals. They look for everyone. They utilize everyone on their team, and that's how they've been so successful this season.
Yeah, very close together at the top in that goals leaderboard for the Sun Devils. Brady Morgan, one of the guys battling for that team lead, wins the faceoff. Skating forward, it's Kuda. 2-on-3 rush with Kuda and LeClaire. LeClaire falls down, unable to find him, but Morgan looks to be in a puck battle at the far board. He goes down, big hit out of a Utes defenseman. The puck moves forward on the stick of Michael Ahern. Ahern forward across the blue line. Kenzie looks to send him into the boards, gets lift off, and the puck is loose. Kenzie sends it around, and it's clear. Brady Morgan with a breakaway chance. He's a good open ice skater. Morgan dekes right, dekes left, and sends the shot wide of the goal. Puck is cleared by Utah, but Dan Kenzie sends it right back in, wraps it around the boards, cut off by Pete Gibb. Gibb hands it over to Wilson. And a big hit by Morgan. Morgan fires the backhand wide. Recovered, and Kuda comes over with it this time. Shot fired, saved by Gibb. Utah eventually recovers it. They'll look to finally clear this puck, and they will. Wood unable to find it, though. Neutral zone turnover as Edson moves it forward. Brown will send it in for the Sun Devils. Inzer in pursuit. Wrapped around the boards, looking to find the stick of Julian Cronin. They will. Cronin able to get it clear. Now skating forward is Wood. Puck loose. Cronin lays down the hit on Edson. Puck battle near boards as Wilson will just send this one in. Utah to change lines. Pressure coming in from Andrew Wood. Tries to lay down a hit. Puck does still squirt clear of the blue line as Brown regains possession in ASU's defensive zone. Now maybe a breakaway chance for the Sun Devils. Big hit on Randall. He loses control, and the Utes are moving forward with it. Chase unable to track it down. The puck will go all the way up against the boards. No icing. Chase battling with it. Utes in control. Big hit by Owasku. See who comes away with it. Puck will not get clear. Kept in by Ryan Harris. Shot in front. Puck loose in front of the net. This is dangerous. And eventually smothered by Kyle Dietrich. Little extracurricular shoving done.
Oh, yeah, you're always going to see that in hockey. I'm kind of one for it, but I like a physical hockey game. Carr and I were talking about in our intermission report. We're not going to really see as big of physical hits because they're both coming off 2 games. It's a Sunday game. They're looking both tired, so don't be too surprised if you don't see big hits this game.
Yeah, that's a great point, Kennedy. We saw ASU take on Michigan State in some hard-fought games, a little bit of extra time, overtime period in the first game, and Utah coming off of 2 games against Northern Arizona. This shot sent wide as the Sun Devils recovered in their own zone, forward, and eventually controlled into neutral zone by Kugler for the Utes. Burris tries to get it forward, finds Bo Bertinoli. Kugler moving forward with it. Puck is sent in by Dangle. Wrapped around, Hanlon comes away with it. Good pressure on the puck from the Utes, though, as Bertinoli finds it. The 224s, Bertinoli and Hanlon battling for it. Over to Dangle, tries to get it back to Bo Bertinoli, but the puck squirts loose to the far boards. Controlled puck battle, far side, and the Sun Devils eventually come away with it. Kevin Hanlon looks to get it clear. He does, but it finds Harris's stick. He'll send it back in, and the Utes will change. Wiseman advancing the puck himself. Wiseman gets it forward to the newly checked in Koda Engbar. Engbar with speed pursuing. Johnson able to get to it first, but Engbar gets to it last. Fired, saved. Puck loose, puck battle. Looks like Engbar will come away with this one. He is Scotty Farr. Can't find him. In front, Farr recovers it. Deeks left, sends it to Cot Noir, but Cot Noir unable to get a stick on it. Puck loose and a puck battle. Sent back behind the net, and the Utes will recover it. Controlled by Foltz. Foltz looking for Farr, nothing doing. The Utes skating forward into the neutral zone. Good poke by Ryan Moore as he checked in. And the puck is loose. Bertinoli sends it over. That time it is Seamus Bertinoli as a hit is laid down the neutral zone by Ryan Moore. Couple players go down at the far board. Puck is loose in ASU's offensive zone. Covered by Michael Aaron. Aaron sends it in for Seamus Bertinoli. Puck wrapped around. Will it get clear? No. Kept in by Kuhn. Kuhn sends it in. And Utah will change. So Ryan Moore will come up with this. Sun Devils looking to push the pace. Could be a 4-on-4 here. Moore getting harassed by Kuhn's far side. He goes in too deep with it. Utah comes away with it. Skating forward are the Utes. They might have a 3-on-3 break now. But no, Dan Kenzie able to pry that one away. But no, out into the offensive zone is Wood. Shot fired wide. Wood recovers. Big hit by Kenzie. Skating forward now are the Devils. Played off the boards well. Fultz in pursuit of this one. Coons is able to track it down for Utah, however, as Ryan Moore begins to pressure. Coons advances the puck. It's Wood. Wood dumps it in. 2 Utes to chase as they will change. Wood able to wrap it around. Can't find Zeph Fadrigan's stick as the Sun Devils will be able to clear this. Brady Morgan advancing with it. He lays down a big hit on a Utah defender, but to no avail as he was not able to get the puck onside too. Utah recovers. They clear it. Past the skate of Owasku. This could be dangerous. It's a breakaway chance for Cebulskis. Shot on, fired, saved, and sent away by Kyle Dietrich. Big time save by the Sun Devil goalie. That shot was dangerous. Now the near board puck battle eventually won by Jason Kuda. Some smooth skating by Kuda. Lakar on his left. Puck is poked away, however, by Ryan Uris. Uris sends it clear, and now we might have another breakaway chance for Cebulskis. Cebulskis forward, shot on, saved off the stick, it looked like, of Kyle Dietrich. Utah recovers in their attacking zone. Forward shot in the slot, saved. Follow-ups off the edge of the net. Utah unable to beat Dietrich so far. Sun Devils will look to finally clear this puck, and Brady Morgan will do just that as he takes it into the boards. Good pressure from LeClaire, and he comes away with this in the attacking zone. A couple Utes defenders there to lay him out, however, and Utah will try to advance the puck. Turned over into neutral zone. Keith Randall sends it in, but finds the stick of a Utah defender. Utah skating forward with this one. It's Dangle, unable to find Bo Bertinoli. He's frustrated. ASU with a breakaway chance. Shot. Scores! A goal off the deflection. As it looks like, was that Kevin Hanlon with the goal there?
I believe that was Kevin. Yeah, it looked like he was. They're all hugging him, so I'm going to give him the goal for that one.
You know, I think it might have actually been Charles Edson on the goal. We'll wait for the official call. Few guys forward on the rush there. Costly turnover by Josh Dangle of the Utah Utes, and he knew it. Slammed his stick down when he missed that pass attempt. And we'll wait for WCSO's Dom Contronio to give us the official score over the PA system.
And I want to talk about the athleticism we're seeing from Kyle Dietrich right now. You know that great save that we just saw, I know, where it was a desperation save. Just an amazing goalie. We're proud to have, or I'm sure they're proud to have him on this team.
And the goal will go to Charlie Edson. Assisted by Inzer and Johnny Randall as well. I think I called him Keith Randall. I'm thinking of the NHL. My mistake. So the goal will be credited to Charlie Edson. We see some great play from him and this fourth line in general this weekend. As the Sun Devils look to clear the puck out of their own defensive zone, they lead 4-0, 11 to play here in the second. Puck goes out of play exactly 11 to play in the second.
You were talking about the fourth line. Normally in other teams, the fourth line is just, you know, what goes out for the first and second line to get a break. This fourth line contributes just as much as every other line on this hockey team. It's hard to defend these guys, especially when you have so many weapons on so many different lines.
So Havriliak and the ASU second line out there. Havriliak controls the faceoff. The captain advances the puck to Cotnoir. Puck gets loose in the neutral zone. The Utes send it back into their attacking area. Dietrich tries to clear it. Finds his way to Cotnoir. Cotnoir looks for Engbar off of his skate. Can't quite handle it. Taken back in by Cronin. Cronin sees an opening. Fires. Saved off the blocker. Rebound will eventually find its way to the Utes at the point as they try to send it back in. Eventually finds its way to Dan Kenzie. He'll take it out into the neutral zone for the Sun Devils. AC moving forward. Dan Kenzie was getting a little ahead of himself, according to Coach LeClaire, yelling at his defenseman to get back and play defense. As we know, Dan Kenzie likes to find himself some scoring and playmaking opportunities.
Oh, whenever he can. You know, he never misses an opportunity to try.
So it'll be York in the face-off circle for Utah. See who the Sun Devils send forward in their own defensive zone. Utah needs to make something happen here. Havriliak will take on York in the circle. Face-off controlled by the Utes out to the blue line. Shot deflected. Nothing doing for Juras there. Big hit laid down by Kenzie. And the puck battle still going on in the far corner. Puck controlled eventually by Mueller for the Sun Devils. Look to get it clear. The whistle is blown.
Utah seems to be frustrated with how they're playing right now. They're not playing as a team. They have sloppy passes. they're not playing as tight as they should be right now. And they've had a pretty impressive road record, if I'm not mistaken. So I was kind of looking to see a closer game than we're seeing right now.
Yeah, Utah 11-5 on the road this season. 60 goals for, 33 against. A solid road team. The Sun Devils, of course, are undefeated on the road, showing to be a little bit more solid so far in this one. Still a lot of hockey left to play as we hit the halfway mark of this one. 10 minutes to go in the second. Cotnoir skating forward. Puck is tipped and sent around. Sun Devils will change, and Utah will recover the puck. Forward to the far side. And it's poked away by Fultz. Good energy from him. Fultz out the far. Far shoots way wide. Recovered by Fultz. Battling at the far boards. An extensive puck battle. A lot of guys poking at it. Ryan Moore, 3 Utes defenders. And eventually the Utes will come away with that one. It's York. Gets it forward to Sabolskis, but sent right back in by James Owasku after the Utah forward couldn't handle the puck. So we see both teams using this time to change things up. You know, a guy I was excited to see off this Utah squad, Kennedy, was Josh Dangle, their leading scorer, a freshman, a 30-goal scorer this season. Haven't seen too much out of him. A couple of playmaking tries from him. But still, would you like to see him firing off a few more shots as this game progresses?
Definitely, and I'm sure his team would like to see it even more than I do. He's, especially when you have a freshman who's your top scorer, you got to get excited about that.
A couple of guys get tripped up near center ice, and it will be Jordan LeClaire sent to the box for elbowing. Didn't see exactly what happened, just saw LeClaire and McDonald of Utah both hit the mat.
It's been a while since we've had an elbowing call, hasn't it? Like, I can't remember the last time we've had an elbow call.
You know, Kennedy, I feel like there might have been one in yesterday's game against Michigan State. There were about 20 penalties in that game, though. I may be making that up.
It's hard to keep track of what happened.
So puck controlled by the Utes. It's back to Dangle. Near side still the Utes. It's Bo Bertinoli. They dump it in. Out to Dangle. Dangle in control to McDonald. McDonald fires one off and blocked away. Hard shot by Dangle goes way wide. Bertinoli controls it. I apologize, that's Seamus Bertinoli, not Bo, out there on this Utah line. McDonald, first one to the puck, but Hanlon's able to take it away from him. And the Sun Devils eventually clear the puck away. So far, so good on the PK for the Sun Devils. Under 1:30 to go on the Utes' advantage. And Dangle now got to slow things down for Utah a little bit, make sure everyone's out there that's supposed to be, and make sure that they know exactly what their plan is. Dangle forward to Hurras. Hurras skating forward. Shot fired wide. Owasku clears it away. Good heads-up play as Owasku finds the angle to clear it. Utah looks to send it right back in. Coons tries to find his man, unable to, and it looks like Dan Kenzie will get to that puck first. Not the strongest clear, but eventually Johnny Randall will be able to send it away.
A very disciplined penalty-killing unit we're seeing right here.
This time it is Bo Bertinoli. He'll hand it over to Newell. Newell skating forward. Pass it off to Coons. Coons has Graves in front, shoots it instead. Dietrich saves, puck loose in front. The net comes off, and we see a couple of guys piled on top of each other right now. A fight breaking out in front of the net. It looked like Johnny Randall did not like the way Dylan Graves crashed into his goalie, Kyle Dietrich. They're having to be separated right now. Good awareness by the officials to pull the very large men, John Randall and Dylan Graves, off of each other, and they'll both be finding their way to the box, as now Jordan LeClaire is someone to keep him company.
Players like to take care of their goalies. When they see an injustice done to their goalie, they do not like it one bit. And in that case, they felt like Kyle Dietrich was it like he was like pushed on or something unfairly? So when you see that, you're going to see some gloves drop. Unfortunately, you can't fight in this league. That's one of my favorite parts of hockey, but, you know, it's college rules, I understand.
Curtis Coons and Dan Kenzie also finding their way to the sin bin. And as Richard Flores just yelled out, as weak as his voice may be today, to my left, still as enthusiastic as ever. It is a party in the penalty box. Door's still open. Is Owasku heading over there too? No, he's just dropping a stick off. Someone has to be left to play defense for the Sun Devils. And we saw, I think, 6 guys in the box at a time yesterday against Michigan State, as the officials talking things over with the Sun Devil captain, Justin Avriliak, along with Ryan Huras of the Utes.
Yeah, back to when Richie was screaming. That's what I love about Richie. If I was as sick as he was right now, I would be lying in bed right now, just cuddled in my blanket. He comes to these hockey games and does whatever he can right now. So let's give it up for Richie for that.
Yeah, I mean, we talk about your versatility, Kennedy. Here we have Richard. Calls the game. He'll do intermission if he has to. Working the camera right now, I'd say masterfully. But, I can't see the monitor from this angle, so what do I know?
For what I've been seeing, Richie, you've been doing a great job. And you're doing it probably, like, what is it, 60%? What are you working at right now? About 60. 60%. I wish I could work at 60%. I'm working, I don't even know.
It's a sprain, not a tear for Richard Flores here in the booth. As Hura is sent away by the official, and now Avriliak getting some last words in. He'll go back to the bench, and we will keep our ears open if Avriliak explains this one to his teammates. Avriliak talking things over with Coach LeClaire. I saw lips moving, Kennedy, but I couldn't hear it.
I heard something about Avriliak being hit unfairly, and then that angered someone. That's all I was able to catch between that conversation.
So, and nope, third guy heading to the box for the Utes. Just send everyone. It's Cameron Chase over there now. They will be playing 4-on-4 right now. I will like to see Dom Catronio, the PA announcer here tonight, handle that call. It'll be 4-on-4, 20 seconds listed. Morgan moving forward, falls down, fires off a shot, and the net is knocked off.
That seems to be the biggest stoppage in play, is nets falling off. There's got to be a better way to secure these nets. I don't know. It seems like in the professional league they're more secure. I don't know how they stay in place, but there's got to be a better way for it, because that's the biggest stoppage in play. Another player's being added to the box. Who is that?
So we have a pair of coincidentals, Kenzie and Randall for the Sun Devils, pair of guys for the Utes. We also have a pure penalty on Curtis Coons. Was one of the coincidentals for roughing, but he's also serving his own penalty, I believe for cross-checking. I didn't quite hear it. And now another guy in the Utah penalty box. How many guys can they fit in there?
They got to be worried if, like, the refs got to be worried to call a penalty because they can't fit any more guys in there.
Chase McDonald now, he's serving a penalty. 5-on-3 as Jordan LeClaire exits the penalty box for the Sun Devils. So it will be 5-on-3 right now. 4 guys in the box for the Utes as well. Iwascu passes it over. Shot fired wide by Brady Morgan. LeClaire gets tripped up. I'm not sure what the stoppage is.
Yeah, I'm unsure of it either. I was kind of looking at the box right now, kind of seeing the mood of it.
And the net knocked off once again.
Once again, the net's knocked off.
Candy, I had my headphones off trying to listen to the call, but I could still hear you talking about nets. You like nets, Kennedy.
I love, well, yeah, but no, like in my opinion, when the net stops, that's a big decrease in what's it called, momentum. And it's just an unnecessary stop.
So the 5-on-3 face-off controlled by Bertinoli. Good heads-up play by Seamus Bertinoli that time as the puck is cleared by Utah. About a minute to go on the 5-on-3, minute 15 or so on the power play itself. Avriliak skating forward near side, puts a deke on Bertinoli. Avriliak takes it in himself, fires off the leg blocker. Recovered near boards, or I beg your pardon, the boards behind the goal. Eventually by Bertinoli, who will send it clear. Some good play by Bo Bertinoli back time. Both of them out there at the same time. That's killing me. Engbar skating forward with the puck. He's got a chance. Fires. Shot wide and off the post, it sounded like. Goalie's best friend is Inzer. Sends it around. Inzer to Cotnoir. Back to Inzer. Cotnoir. Puck deflected. Wilson battling for it with Cotnoir. Gets loose. Engbar had a play there, but good use of the leg there by Gibb to poke that one away. Finds his way to Ingbar. Ingbar looking at Avriliak in front. Shot on by Cotnoir. Deflection by Avriliak. He puts his hands up. ASU celebrating the goal. Not yet signaled by the officials.
I think it went in before the net moved. There was definitely a movage in the net, but I think it went in before the net moved. I'd be very surprised if they call the goal off.
And we'll wait and see the official discussing things with Dom Catronio. The most we've name-dropped a PA announcer in WCSM broadcast history. We're just excited to see one of our D1 hockey intermission reporters out there. They have taken a penalty off the board, so I believe they're giving the goal. Should be the Justin Avriliak on the deflection. Scoreboard is not updated with the goal. We'll get more news to you as it breaks on this one.
Oh, there, yep.
So 25 seconds on the power play now for the Sun Devils to look to get a second goal out of this. Goal to Havriliak is official. Havriliak assisted by Cotnoir and Ingbar. Another line goal for this Cotnoir-Ingbar-Havriliak line. Shot fired and a big hit laid down by Seamus Bertinoli. And the Utes are out looking for a 5-on-4 chance. They have killed the 5-on-4 penalty. We're back at even strength. Out of the box comes Ryan Uris, and he's ready to go. Fights off that puck, but it's eventually cleared. Uris will send it back in before checking out. Wiseman controls it. No, more. Advancing is Kuda across the blue line. Being harassed, he gets forward, and it's poked away. Good defense by a pair of Utes defenders as Utah will clear it. This one goes all the way to the other side of the rink. That'll be icing.
This Utah team is getting frustrated. You could see it in the hits they're doing. When they're on the ground, they do a little shove. They are not happy with how this game is going.
And now everyone leaves the penalty box except for, I believe it's Curtis Kuhn, still stuck in there all by his lonesome now as he was serving 2 consecutive minor penalties. Scotty Farr in the face-off circle for the Sun Devils against Chris York. Face-off controlled by the Utes. Eventually, they poke it out, and the Sun Devils look to reset. Shot sent in off of a referee, though, as Utah eventually gathers some control. Wilson looks to dump it in, but finds its way to Dietrich, who will clamp his glove on it and reset things. Face off to come.
I was looking at a little gentleman conversation in front of the goal. Little, I would assume, some trash talking between both teams. Utah's got to be frustrated with how they're playing. They're not being consistent at all with passing or shooting.
Yeah, not the Utes offense we were expecting to see in this one. Face-off controlled once again by Utah in the offensive zone. Shot fired by Wilson, wide. Edson looks to clear it, but it's kept in by the Utes. Battling is Wood. Morgan goes down, shot fired, saved and smothered. Good movement by Dietrich, moving to his left to get that one into his chest protector.
And if you've listened to me in past games, you know I have the utmost praise for Kyle Dietrich. I love him as an athlete. I love him as a goalie. I think he's fantastic at blocking and saving shots.
So far, shutout intact for Dietrich. He had a great weekend against Texas A&M 2 weekends ago, recording his first 2 clean sheets of the season. Sun Devils control it off the defensive zone faceoff. They clear it away. It will cross the red line. Icing waved off. Havriliak gets there first. Havriliak has some options as he wraps it all the way back around. Finds Kenzie. Kenzie looks to get to Ingbar. Ingbar works his way spin-a-rooney as he has the puck now battling the far boards. Puck battle. 4 guys in there battling for it. Puck squirts away. Utes look to clear, but Kenzie's able to keep it in. More battling. Ingbar unable to control the puck. Mueller gets it back in the neutral zone. He'll try to send it in as the Sun Devils change. No, the Sun Devils will not change. I beg your pardon. Hit into the boards by Kenzie. Good hit. Mueller with control in the Sun Devils' defensive zone. Pass intercepted by the Utes, though, but no, they hand it right back. Ingbar with a 2-on-3 chance along with Jamie Cotnoir. Ingbar dekes his man. Cotnoir shot fired, saved by Gibb off the leg blocker. Now Utah maybe with a little breakaway of their own.
And that lane has been open all night for shooting, so why not take more advantage of it?
Bo Bertinelli works it in. Near side shot saved. A weak attempt there as Moore eventually comes away with it for ASU. He'll just clear it. Dylan Graves looks to get it back in for the Utes. McDonald looking for a little give-and-go game with Josh Dangle. Dangle unable to get down there for it. Puck is loose behind the net. Coming away with it is Ryan Hurras, it looks like. Breakaway chance now for the Sun Devils. Moore being harassed by Dangle, forced to dump it in. Mitch Lyons on his knees skating forward now. Gets it. Lyons eventually in control. Poked away. In front, shot, no, deflected right off the stick of Wilson. Puck still loose behind. Lyons near side gives it away as Wilson will regain control for Utah. Maybe a breakaway chance here for the Utes. Played off the boards well by Michael Aaron. Aaron looking for Newell. Couple of Sun Devils get a stick on that one. And ASU will regain control. Eventually cleared by Jacob Brown. Skating forward is Mitch Lyons. Lyons fires, saved. Another shot, saved. Follow-up, saved once again. The leg blocker is getting some work from Paul Gibb. Utah might look to capitalize here. Wilson skating forward. He will dump it in. Aaron to chase, but that one will find the glove of Kyle Dietrich.
Good offense we're seeing from the Sun Devils this period. A lot better than the first period. Even though they were outstanding first period, but we're seeing them improve even more in this time around.
Curtis Coons finally gets to leave the penalty box. Expected to see, a full beard on him after all the time he spent away from society in the sin bin. Come out a changed man after all that time. Back-to-back double minors for Coons as the Sun Devils control it off the defensive zone faceoff. Utah gets it back. Good puck battle near the near boards. Sabolskis came away with that, but gave it back as Morgan with a breakaway chance. Brady Morgan dekes left, fires backhand, saved by Gibb. Back to Morgan is the rebound. Shot fired by Hanlon, save. Puck loose in front. Banging bodies in front, and the puck squirts away behind the net. Kuda taken down. LeClaire looks to get his stick on it. The puck will finally squirt out. Utes looking to clear this one. Fagerson is able to. Big chase coming in by Sabolskis. He's shown good speed tonight. Able to lay down a hit, but the puck eventually finds its way to Kevin Hanlon. Hanlon in the neutral zone looking for LeClaire, but instead he finds Wood of the Utes. Wood goes down. Utah wants a call there. No hands are up. They will not get it. As Wiseman comes away with it for the Sun Devils. They look to clear from their defensive zone. Kuda battling for it. Back to Wiseman. Wiseman looks to send it behind the net, but sends it into his goalie, Dietrich, instead. Puck loose in front. Nice stick work by Kuda to get it out of a dangerous area, and Kuda might have himself a breakaway chance. Kuda only one man back to defend. It's Kugler. But Kugler able to get a stick in and break up the play. We will have a whistle.
Solid defense by Kugler. Am I pronouncing that right, Kugler?
I'm going with Kugler as Cronin heads up there. Julian Cronin did not like that he was being sent to the penalty box. Kind of grabbed onto the head official there. You don't want to upset the referees. They kind of make the calls out here.
Last people you want to upset is the Arizona State coach and then the officials, in my opinion.
We know Coach LeClaire can be a very vocal man from the bench. It will be Julian Cronin to the box. Be serving 2 minutes, 32 seconds to go here in the second period.
But a nice save by Utah defensively. From that breakaway goal, I would have assumed.
Face-off controlled in the offensive zone by the Sun Devils. We'll wait for what the call was. 2 minutes for roughing. So Cronin just getting at it with some Sun Devil players. We've seen a lot of that back and forth. We've seen a lot of coincidentals for roughing. This might be the first single call for roughing we've seen all weekend. Guess no one from ASU was retaliating. Kenzie skating forward with it, trying to find his man. The Lions can't handle it. Skating forward, big hit into the boards. This puck is loose behind the net. 2 seconds, 1 second. And the clock will expire here in the second period. 1:28 still to go on the penalty for the Sun Devils in the third. At the end of 2, ASU 5, Utah 0.
Fantastic plays that we're seeing from the Sun Devils. Not as much from Utah, unfortunately for them. But I'm liking what I'm seeing from this team. Just hard-hitting hockey. I was predicting that we wouldn't see big hits. This time. I was wrong on that. Utah got frustrated quicker than I thought it would. And when you're frustrated, you tend to hit more, and that's how it ends up. I don't know how to finish that sentence.
We did see, you're right though, Kennedy. We saw some more physicality out of both sides. All of those guys heading to the penalty box. I want to say 9 penalties in total. I'm pulling that number out of thin air, but it seems right to me.
I think you're right. A total of 9 penalties, and at one time we had, 8 people in the penalty box?
Give or take.
Give or take, yeah. But it was that was a weird thing to see from them.
So what do you expect out of this third period? We will start things off with 1:28 of power play for the Sun Devils. How can Utah come back in the third?
Utah's got to tighten up defensively, and they got to find these passing lanes. Without these two things, you cannot be successful in a hockey game, and they're not able to do it. So that's why they're falling behind. And I'd look for Arizona State. I wouldn't be surprised if we see a power play goal because they've been very successful in that throughout this season. And Utah just, like I said, they need to tighten up defensively and find these passing lanes, and that's the key to their success.
So you're saying that's been the problem with this normally explosive Utah offense today, passing lanes?
Exactly, and frustration. They're getting too frustrated. When you get too emotional in a game, it can sometimes help you, but in this case, it's hurting them, and they just need to calm down, and then they'll be able to hopefully connect these passes and make good plays.
Well, the hockey song's coming on here at Oceanside, so I have to let Kennedy go so he can dance. At the end of 2, the score, ASU 5, the Utah Utes 0. Keep it right here for an intermission report. Carla Bombard, Julian Lopez. Of course, the third period on its way. You're watching ASU Hockey on Cronkite Sports.
Arizona State, home to some of the brightest, boldest, and best journalism students in the country. At the Cronkite School, well, there's not much more you could ask for. Yet one thing has been missing, until now. Months of preparation have a group of students on the brink of something big. They're taking sports, and they're doing them in a way that haven't been done here before. Live. This January, Cronkite Sports Live hits the airwaves. You're gonna want to see this.
welcome to the second period intermission report. I'm Carla Bombard, joined by Richard Flores and Kennedy Collier. After the second period, Devils lead 5-0 against Utah. So this period has been very action-packed. We can all say that. Definitely all due to penalties, I think. So what's been happening, Richard?
There was a party in the penalty box, Carl. There were seven
There
guys.
really was.
Excuse me, 7 guys in the box halfway through that period, and that really told the tale of that second period. And by the way, it's nice to kind of come in and for just an intermission and hang out with you, because my
I know,
voice.
we missed you. We just need a little glimpse of you.
Exactly, my voice. I'm sure you guys can tell at home. My voice is pretty much gone. So if I had any play-by-play today, I'd be completely out of it. So I'm taking over for Julian Lopez, who's literally standing 3 inches to my left.
You're just filling in for him for a little bit.
Exactly.
So back to what you were saying about the penalty.
Exactly, because there's a hockey game going on, Kennedy.
No, but I'm agreed. Yeah, the party, and it's due to Utah's frustration with how this game is going. They are a strong away team. They probably had a lot of confidence coming into this game. Not the Utah team I was expecting coming into this. They're frustrated. I'm a little frustrated too. I remember yesterday I was talking to Justin Harviliak, and they said he likes these close games because they're more exciting, more fun for the team, and he's not getting that right now. Oh, he's not too bored.
I hope they don't start pulling away come the third period, and they're just going to kind of let it easy. But I think they still need to keep going with it and not give up, because Utah could still come back.
Yeah.
I mean, even though it is 5 goals, we never know.
Knowing Arizona State, I would doubt to see them pull back. They are a go team, and once they get going, they do not like to stop no matter what.
Right. And the Devils already have 5 goals. So do you think it could be a repeat of Texas A&M?
It's looking like it right now, and I've seen from this Arizona State now over the last 4 games that we've called is that they've gotten better as the hockey games move along. As this game gets later, that's when they start scoring goals. Last week in the third period, they had a couple times where they scored, I believe it was like 6 goals in that 2-game series against Texas A&M. So if they're playing like they should, if they stay on the gas, they can make this a 8, 9, 10 goal win. And Kyle Dietrich, of course, no goals allowed through the first 2 periods as well. So something to look forward to as well after his 2 shutouts last week.
All right. So are there any players that are sticking out to you?
I want to talk more about Kyle Dietrich, honestly. He's doing a fantastic job of goal. Had some great desperation saves, just great athleticism that we're seeing from him. Just fantastic on goal. I would not be surprised if we see a repeat from Texas A&M with a shutout.
Yeah, not only Dietrich sticks out for me, but Jamie Collins. He's been doing great
Absolutely.
tonight. He's had a goal and multiple assists tonight, and I think he's just been doing great. He's a quick player, fast, and I think that's what he's taking advantage of, because those players are pretty big, so he can kind of skate around him.
I want to make sure to give a call to the 4th line as well of Edson and Fultz and Farr. They got to a quick start in this hockey game as Charles Edson found the back of the net early in that first period, and that's what you want to see out of your 4th line. You want to see him grind it out, and you want to see him get in the back of the net, because like I've talked to Coach Leclerc before about this 4-line team. All 4 lines can score, and that is the key to this hockey team, and if they continue to do that, they can wind up as national champions come March up in Boston.
It's great when you don't have to rely on star players. You can
Exactly.
rely on your fourth
Fourth
line to
line.
make plays for you. It gives the rest of the team a break. It doesn't put so much responsibility
Really
on
on
that
the
first
first
and
line.
second line. And I think every team wishes they had a solid all 4 lines that were solid players and solid hockey right there.
I agree with you completely. Well, thank you so much for watching again. I'm Carla Bombard, joined by Richard Flores and Kennedy Collier. Stay tuned for third period action.
Welcome back to Oceanside Ice Arena, Tempe, Arizona. I think you know the drill by now. I'm Jason Chesler. Joining me is Kennedy Collier. That might be new to some of you. Richard Flores out today, day-to-day on the total, losing his voice, falling victim to a cold. We're in a pretty good one right now. ASU leads the Utah Utes 5-0. Kennedy, we've seen a lot of fighting. I think 8 guys in the box at one time during the second period. What do you expect out of the third?
I'm going to say I expect more of the same. Utah was frustrated from the second period. If they do not capitalize on opportunities, they're going to get even more frustrated. We're going to see more pushing from Utah. And Arizona State does not like to be pushed around, so you're going to see some resistance from them. I don't think we'll see the same party that in the penalty box that we did second period, but wouldn't be surprised if we see a couple more roughing penalties or boarding penalties.
Things will start out 5-on-4 for the Sun Devils here in the third, as Julian Cronin heads back to the penalty box for the last minute and 28 seconds of his 2-minute roughing call at the end of the second. And the Sun Devils will get things. Wiseman skating forward. He finds Kota Ingbar near side. Good poking by Johnson, gets it free. Wiseman's able to recover. Johnson still keeping that stick off and keeping that stick working. That's a word. As he dumps it back in, just killing time on the penalty right now. It'll be down to about a minute as the Sun Devils bring it into the neutral zone. Cotnoir moving forward. Solid hit by Seastrand. And a stoppage of play. Looks like the Sun Devils were offside.
And I was saying earlier, I wouldn't be surprised if we see a quick goal from ASU. Because they're effective on the power play. They have great discipline when it comes to that. They know how to take advantage. They know how to make good passes and find the shooting zones.
Morgan in the face-off circle for ASU, taking on Chris York of Utah. York controls it. Utah have been very successful in the face-off circle in this one. We don't have official stats, but my unofficial, untrained eyes say so. Puck advanced to Ryan Moore. He plays it off the tip to Jason Kuda. Kuda moving forward for this one. Full extension from a Utes defender. Good heads-up play there as Utah looks to recover this one. Now taken away by the Sun Devils. Wilson battling with Moore for the puck, and it gets loose, and Chase is skating away with it. Clears it and sends it in to the Sun Devils. Can't find the stick of Chris York. That will still kill a lot of time on the PK. 15 seconds. ASU skating forward. Dumped in by Kevin Hanlon. Gibb plays that one behind his net. Can't quite handle it, but eventually gets it clear. That got a little dangerous for Pete Gibb as the penalty about to expire, and Utah with the penalty kill. Utes looking to clear this one. Hanlon keeps it in, but a penalty is called on the Sun Devils, it looks like. I think that's going to be boarding on Brady Morgan.
I was about to say that's a positive start for Utah being able to kill this penalty, not only allow another goal. That's what they're I can't speak either. That's what they want to look forward into this period. And now they have the man advantage. Look for them to capitalize, hopefully get those passes, connect those passes, and find the open net.
You know, with all the penalties, you'd think we'd have seen more of this Utah power play unit, but they were on the losing end of most of the penalty decisions in this one. Mostly seen Utah on the penalty kill. 5-on-4 right now. Dangle sends it over to the far side. They send it in to McDonald. McDonald working with it. Shot fired, saved off of the blockers. Another shot, follow-up, goes wide as Ryan Hurras unable to connect. Dangle chases this one down. Dangle sends it over to McDonald. McDonald working in the neutral zone. Finds its way to 18. That's Seamus Bertinoli as McDonald brings it forward into the attacking zone. McDonald crossed the ice to Dangle. Dangle wraps it around. Bertinoli battling for this one. He'll come away with it. Out to York. Puck loose. Finds a way to McDonald. Now Dangle with space. Fires. Shot saved off the blockers and cleared away by Jordan LeClaire. Gibb will touch this one up as both teams change their units entirely. New power play squad, new penalty kill unit. Skating forward are the Utes. They'll push the pace. Dean Wilson bringing it forward into the attacking zone. Wilson finds Graves. Graves gets it poked away, goes wide of the net. Shot fired into the side of the net. Puck still loose. Recovered by Douglas Newell. Newell out to Bo Bertinoli. Back to Newell. Bertinoli. Facing up Havrilliak. Shoots through the legs. Saved off the leg blocker. Rebound squirting away and cleared just barely. Heads up play by Kota Ingbar. It's moving forward with it once again. Wilson looks to cross the blue line. He will. Hit into the boards by Ingbar and cleared by Havrilyak. Under 30 seconds on this power play. 15 left for the Utes with the advantage. Newell moving forward. Looks for Bertinoli. Bo Bertinoli in space. Shoots. Saved and gloved by Kyle Dietrich. And now some shoving in front of the net. Good play from Dietrich to use his glove to protect the left side of his net.
Excellent save. You can't seem to find the weakness in Dietrich today. He is on point today.
That will just about do it for the Utes' advantage. They have 7 seconds left here on the 5-on-4. They need to control this face-off and get a shot off fast if they're looking for a power play goal. Will be York controls it. Shot on, saved. They're able to do just that, but Dietrich's still too good to beat. That time Zeph Fagergen with the backhanded wrister into Dietrich's chest protector.
Once again, if you've been watching Arizona State throughout the season, you know that they're great at killing penalties. And this is going to be another example of how efficient they can be with a man down.
And yes, the penalty is killed. Morgan comes out of the box. Puck still loose in ASU's area. Goes out to Kugler. Wraps it around. Dan Kenzie will get to this one first. Sends it over to Nick Mueller. Mueller finds the stick of Morgan, but he's unable to handle the pass as it will squirt all the way for icing.
One of my biggest critiques with Arizona State is how much they commit icing. They weren't committing as much this game, but when you're looking at Michigan State and especially A&M, they committed icing a bunch of times, which is another big momentum killer for any team.
Yeah, that time Morgan just unable to handle the pass in the neutral zone. We see that with some of these ASU breakaway chances. Morgan will win the faceoff. Let's see, Mueller barely gets to that one in time. He sends it to Kenzie. Kenzie brings it across to ASU's blue line. Morgan into the attacking zone, skating with it, poked away, but he recovers. Sends it out to Kuda, shot wide. Utah takes it away, but Kuda gets it back. Kuda to Mueller. Mueller fires, shot high, and the Utes will recover this one at the near boards. No, taken back away by Kuda. Kenzie fires off a long-range shot. Full extension and blocked by a Utes defender. Heads up play by Tyler Kugler. Utah able to clear, sent back in as the Sun Devils change. Long outlet style pass there for Sabolskis. Unable to handle it. ASU will recover in their own zone. Hanlon puts a move on a defender. Kevin Hanlon skating like an attacking player. He fires one off. Saved into the chest protector and gloved by Paul Gibb. Couple of players getting into it. We see Inzer seems to be throwing maybe not some punches, but some shoves.
A friendly shove. A friendly shove. Nothing
shove of camaraderie from Zach Inzer.
Exactly.
We'll see. It looks like no one heading to the penalty box after that one, but it will be an offensive zone faceoff for ASU. Randall can't control the faceoff. It's recovered by the Utes. Curtis Coons skating with it. Coons goes down from behind. No call. Out to the far side boards. They do clear it. Coons now skating with it into the neutral zone. Edson all over the place defensively. Fired, saved off the leg blockers. Wood is able to get to the rebound. He's sent into the boards by Hanlon. Puck battle now. And Randall comes away with it for ASU. Charlie Edson now. He's going to have to go 1-on-2, but he does have a little breakaway. Finds Wiseman to his left. Wiseman gets a stick on it. Tries to wrap this puck around. Sends it forward to Randall. Goes down. Shot wide. Skating forward. ASU bench might have wanted a call there. Nick Johnson will dump it in, and the Utes will change. Seamus Bertinoli coming in to pressure the puck as it's sent away towards the neutral zone. Randall sent into the boards. Cotnoir tries to dump this one in. Puck is blocked. Ingbar unable to take the puck with him into the across the blue line. Puck still loose in the neutral zone and fired by Owasku. That one not quite where he was aiming, right into the ASU bench below us. Look out, Justin Avriliak. He was going to check in.
A little bit higher, we would have gotten a free souvenir.
Free souvenir or maybe some cracked equipment here.
Yeah, exactly.
So one or the other.
You think you would have signed it for me if I picked it up?
Maybe.
Maybe. I don't know.
So Avriliak able to safely check in after Owasku sent it out. He's in the face-off circle, controlled by the Utes. Shot fired, saved off the chest protector. Puck is loose in front, controlled by the captain Avriliak. He sends it over. Skating is Ingbar. Ingbar back to his defenseman, Owasku. Owasku behind the net for Brown. Brown to Avriliak. Avriliak tries to put a move on Dylan Graves, but Graves is able to send the puck back into ASU zone where Owasku recovers it. Brown to Avriliak. Hit laid down by Seamus Bertinoli. The Utes have possession in their defensive zone. Puck loose. Loose in front. This is dangerous for Utah. Puck eventually squirts away on the way to a Ute stick. Josh Dangle skating forward. Dangle and McDonald, 2-on-2. McDonald tries to dump it for Dangle, but good awareness by Nick Mueller. Gets into that passing lane. Cottonor skating forward with it. He gives it up to Mueller. Mueller to the far side. It's Ingbar. Back to Mueller, and stick put on it. Fully outstretched arm of Dylan Graves. Puck is loose in the near corner. Looks like Moore tried to wrap it around. It finds Scotty Farr. Puck loose in front. Farr gets a stick on it. Shot wide. Hit into the boards. Utah looking to clear it. Kept in by Dan Kenzie. Kenzie fires. Wide. Handled around the boards to Mueller. Mueller getting a lot of ice time tonight. Mueller shoots wide. Race to the puck. It looks like Farr will win that one. He gives it up. Puck loose near side, way up into the air. Kenzie able to keep it in once again. But it will go out.
We're seeing a lot of battles up front in this net. Usually when you can control the battle, you can control puck control and can eventually control the game. We're seeing a lot of that from Arizona State in today's game.
Yes, a lot of control for the Sun Devils. Up 5-0 in this one. Really yet to slip up against what's been a vaunted Utah offense. This Ute squad normally pretty high scoring, face-off controlled by ASU. Utah, however, takes it away. They look to clear it, and they will. Puck loose into the neutral zone. Kevin Anlin looks to send it back in off of Kuda. Kuda in control. Battling for this puck. Still a puck battle, far side. Kuda wins it, but is unable to get to Wiseman. Hit laid down on Fagergan. Puck is loose once again. And eventually controlled by Leclerc. No, Leclerc can't keep a stick on it. The puck's just been hanging out in the neutral zone for the past minute or so. Kugler looks to hand this one off. Puck advances to near side, but eventually it squirts away. Kuda gets it over to Leclerc, and the Sun Devils will begin an attack. Poked away. Solid poke check by Juarez. That breaks things up. Big hit laid down by Morgan. He loves to lay someone out. And now Leclerc is hitting to the boards by Sobolski. Puck will be reached first by the Utes defenseman as Utah looks to skate forward with this. Long outlet pass for Cronin. They can't find him, though. Didn't get a stick on it either, so it will be icing.
We're seeing the physicality pick up from both sides, surprisingly. I wouldn't think Arizona State would be come into this third period looking to be more physical, but they are, and they're doing a great job of doing it, if that's, yeah.
Physicality seems to come naturally to the Sun Devil team. They do not like being hit, but they do like hitting people. Off the face-off, it is controlled, well, by no one. It's loose in the corner. The Utes come away with it. Skating forward is Johnson. Johnson gets it up to Chase. Chase being poked at by Kevin Anlin. Utah offsides now. Cronin just has to dump it in so they can get back on. In pursuit, it's Andrew Wood providing pressure on the puck. And Bertinoli will come away with it. That's Bo Bertinoli. Puck is poked away from him. Two Coons. Jumped in now by Johnson. And covered by Dietrich. He sends it to one of his defensemen. Brown back to Owascu. Owascu finds Mitch Lyons. The far side. Lyons gets it over to Randall. Randall and Edson, 2-on-2. Randall fires into the chest protector and saved by Pete Gibb.
I mean, that slot has been open all day, so I'm not surprised that he's taking that shot. Because, you know, he might get lucky and get a goal because they've been leaving that open throughout the game, and they've been taking advantage of that opening in the goal.
Ingbar, Havrilyak, and Moore in the line. Not a line we're totally used to seeing, as Ingbar will play the faceoff, gets it himself, shoots into the side of the net. That one looked good from here. Ingbar loses control of the puck. Aaron looking to get it clear, but Havrilyak stops him. Puck is loose. Ingbar recovers it. Over to Kenzie. Kenzie squares it up, fires a shot, and scores. Dan Kenzie, the assist by Coda Ingbar. Big-time wrister to put the Sun Devils up 6-0.
As we said before, this Sun Devil team does not stop. They don't care how much of the lead they have. They're going to keep testing the defense, their opposing defense, and they're going to keep trying to make opportune goals, and that's what we just saw right there.
Yeah, Kenzie fired off a kind of bending wrister from a ways away. Had some screening going on from the ASU forwards, just getting in the way of Pete Gibbs' vision. And McKenzie. He loves to score him. He loves to provide him. Plays defense. You know, sometimes it seems like he played forward. As Utah will look to dump it in, cut off by Mueller. Actually, Havrilyak and Mueller getting the assist for the Sun Devils. I thought that was off of Cody Ingbar's stick, but
I could have sworn it was. But
Moore skating forward, near side. He'll bring it in. Moore working on his defender, but poked away and eventually recovered by the Utes. Skating forward is McDonald. McDonald finds Sabolskis. Gets it poked away, eventually recovered by Parker Fultz. Hanlon sends it around, back to Hanlon now in the defensive zone. Hanlon works it forward to Fultz. And Fultz just looks to clear this puck. This might reach for icing, and it will.
A big momentum killer for Arizona State. Like they need the momentum. They're doing great. It's 6-0. But still, you don't like to slow down your offensive progress with a silly penalty like icing.
So after the stoppage, it will be an offensive zone faceoff for the Utes. So we see Chris York in the faceoff circle for Utah, taking on Scotty Farr. York controls it, back to Kugler. Kugler over the far side, it's Sabolskis. Now Hurras sends it in looking for York, can't find him. Sabolskis is the first one to it. He tries to send it in. Farr looking to get it clear, unable to, but eventually scooped up by Hanlon. Hanlon moves it forward to Fultz. Back to Hanlon. Hanlon with insert to his left. He goes down. No hand goes up from the officials. Hanlon looking for a tripping call there. Didn't get it. Utah looks to recover this puck in their own zone.
I was looking for a tripping call. That was a blatant trip. I don't know what happened there.
Kugler moving forward with it for the Utes. Dumps it off for Fagergan. Can't find him, though, as Zach Inzer comes away with it for the Devils. He'll dump it in. Fultz the pressure as the Sun Devils change everyone else. Morgan skating forward, takes the puck away, waits for Fultz to get back on. Finds him, shoots, saved with the glove by Pete Gibb. Big hit laid down on Fultz, but nothing after the whistle.
And you can't blame all these goals against Gibb. I think half the responsibility goes to the defense of Utah. You can't fully rely on your goalie, no matter how good he is, to save every goal if your defense is doing absolutely nothing to prevent him.
Yeah, we'll try to get you the official shot stat. But as of now, unofficially, I can tell you Pete Gibb has faced a number of shots from the Sun Devils. Utah in pursuit of this one. Chase fires a shot off on Dietrich, saved, and up into the netting off of Dietrich's left leg blocker.
And back to where we were talking about, even with a great goalie like Dietrich, he still needs his defense to provide a great coverage for him, and that's what the Sun Devils have been doing so far in this game.
Into the faceoff circle for the Sun Devils is Brady Morgan. Douglas Newell wins it for the Utes, but they give it back up. Iwascu forward to Kuda. Kuda across into the neutral zone. Now over to Jacob Brown. Brown looks to dump it in, and he will. First guy to it is Curtis Coons of the Utes, however. Looks to bring it forward. Long aerial pass, and it finds its way to Aaron's stick. Aaron taken down by James Iwascu. Hand goes up, and that will be a penalty on the Sun Devil assistant captain.
Yeah, unfortunately the refs can't see every penalty. We saw, in my opinion, it was a blatant trip called by Utah, but just for the safety of the players, you got to call as many as you can. I'm saying stuff people already know.
Kennedy, a man of the people,
yep.
Looking out for player safety.
Yep.
I think everyone can get behind that. As Iwascu will be doing 2 minutes in the sin bin. 5-on-4 advantage for the Utah Utes. McDonald against Randall in the faceoff circle. Puck drop. Seamus Bertinoli controls it, hands it off to McDonald. McDonald working behind the net. Hit by Wiseman. Call is holding on Iwascu. So Iwascu serving 2 for a holding. McDonald gets it from Bo Bertinoli, fires a shot off far wide. Recovered by Seamus Bertinoli in the far corner. Fires in looking for York, deflected and up and out. Offensive zone faceoff coming up for Utah. They're playing both Seamus and Bo Bertinoli at the same time. Once again, Kennedy, I think they hate me.
Oh, with the last names, that's why I love hockey. You get last names weird like that. I can't name another sport where you get such interesting last names.
Bo Bertinoli will check out, so I guess the Utes doing me a favor right now. Dumped in, McDonald comes away with it for Utah. Out to Seamus Bertinoli. Shot fired wide. Recovered by the Utes behind the net. McDonald looks to get it out to Dangle. Stick extended and poked away. Good play by Kota Ingbar. Now Ingbar looks to have beaten Dangle to the puck. Ingbar gets it in way deep. Puts a deke on Dangle. Puck squirts out in front. Avriliak fires. Shot wide. Rebound controlled by Ingbar, but no, they're saying that one went out of play.
I like how you said it was a deke on Dangbar. That's
Deke on Dangle.
Deke on Dangle. Deke on Dangle. That's a fun sentence. But what I like about this Arizona State team, even though they have a man down, they don't just clear it. When they clear it, they do go straight for the puck, try to make an offensive play. I like this team.
So Morgan and Kuda now the forwards out for the Sun Devils. Faceoff is controlled by the Utes, however. Nicely done by Douglas Newell. Kuhn sends it forward for the Utes. It wraps around. Newell's going to be the first one to it. Look to set up. Back to Wilson. Wilson sends it over, looking for Kuhn. Shot wide off the stick of Kevin Hanlon. As now it'll be a puck battle in the near corner. Puck battle won by the Sun Devils. Fired and off into the bench. I think off the glove of backup goalie Trevor Wilson. Got to watch your hands, your fingers down there if you leave them up.
Yeah, it seemed like he spaced out a little bit, wasn't paying attention.
So that will be an offensive zone faceoff for Utah. 36 seconds left on this power play. Under 6:30 to go here in the third period. ASU leads 6-0. Newell wins the faceoff. Out to Wilson. Wilson seems to lose his handle on it, and LeClaire is able to get a stick on it and clear the puck. Under 30 seconds to go on the Sun Devil penalty kill.
Now, I think it's a little too late for Utah to come back and win, but what I think they need to do, they need to score on this opportunity so they can have something to look back, like how were we successful, and they can build on that.
Bo Bertinoli gets it forward to Newell. Newell over to Coons, who fans on a possible scoring chance. Gets the puck back, though. Over to Mueller. 5 seconds left on the Utah power play. And with that clear, that'll do it for the PK. So another penalty successfully killed by this Sun Devil special teams unit as Olascu exits the penalty box and heads to the bench. Puck loose in Utes territory. Squirts out to the neutral zone. Kenzie will send it back in. It'll wrap around. The Sun Devils change it up a little bit. Skating forward with the puck now out into the neutral zone. It's Ryan Hurras. Hurras working on a couple of Sun Devils defenders. Nice stick work from Hurras. In front, puck is still loose in front and eventually poked away and controlled by Dan Kenzie. Looked like a scoring opportunity from Julian Cronin, but solid stick work by the Sun Devil defenders. Mitch Lyons with control now. A little breakaway chance. Poked away, though, as Utah recovers and just sends it all the way back from where it came. Icing is waved off, however, as Dan Kenzie will get to it. Wrap it around the boards to Charlie Edson. Edson with the double move. Solid work by Hurras, sticking with it, poking it. It goes out.
Yeah, unfortunately for Utah's sake, they weren't able to capitalize on that power play. They were really looking for a morale booster from that. This is not the Utah team that I was scouting before, and we've said this several times that how surprised we are of Utah's lack of success.
Plenty of success in the face-off circle, but this one's turned over to Kota Ingbar. Backhands it, saved! Recovered in front by a Sun Devil. Vriliak is laid out into the goalie. Play will not be stopped, though. Utah able to get that one away from the slot. Now it might be a 2-on-2 Utes breakaway. Forward is Kugler. Kugler getting worked by Jacob Wiseman, though, as Dietrich's eventually able to send that puck away. Puck sent to Ingbar. Ingbar finds Vriliak. Near side, Vriliak skating forward. Looking for his line mates. Vriliak works it behind the net. Forward for Ingbar. Shot is wide. Ryan Moore in control now. Wraps it back around. Puck eventually controlled by the Utes. It looks like Kugler got his stick on it. But no, it's poked back away by Vriliak. In front for Moore. Shot is wide. Here comes the follow-up. Wide. Save, I believe, actually. Ingbar comes away with it. Forward for Wiseman. Wiseman fires. Shot is blocked and actually sent back out. So solid block there by Sabolskis. As Jacob Wiseman will bring the puck back in, fires one off, save. Puck loose in front, saved off the right leg blocker. Pete Gibb being a bit of a wall for the Utes so far. Graves skating forward, tries to fire one off. It's off of Kuda's leg, and a penalty is called. Late hit maybe by Jacob Wiseman on Dylan Graves there. We'll see how the refs handle this one. Wiseman might have just missed the whistle and not been able to stop his momentum, but, you know, he's also a guy who's been known to get into it.
Yeah, no, he loves to get up in players' faces and hit. I'm going to say that was an avoidable penalty from my standpoint. I think it could have been avoided. It was a silly penalty. Not a silly one to call. They should have called, and they did. But just a silly mistake on Owasku.
So Ryan Moore looked to be heading to the penalty box. Ryan Moore off penalized in the beginning of the season. Less so lately. I guess he's just used to it. Instead, it will be, looks like James Owasku and Caden Otley both being sent to the box. But both players now discussing things with the official. As we hear ASU's Coach LeClaire asking for what the call is. So the penalty will be for the late hit. As we hear below us, Coach LeClaire arguing with the official that Wiseman ran into the player, saying what you kind of got at there, Kennedy, that Wiseman could not stop himself in time. And the official asking if they're really going to fight about a call in a 6-0 game. But, yeah, that's the passion of this ASU coaching staff.
Yeah.
Coach LeClaire, he watches out for his guys. He likes to yell at Jacob Wiseman, but watching out for his defenseman there. Wiseman to the box, serving 2. Coincidentals with the Utah. I'm not sure. No number up on the board for the Utes. Might have been a too many men penalty.
Yeah. We're about to hear what it is.
So 2 minutes for roughing for Wiseman. Plays off. And yes, too many men on the ice. I think I know this sport, Kennedy.
Yeah, I think, you come a long way, Jason.
Too many men on the ice for the Utes, and then the roughing call on Jacob Wiseman for the Sun Devils. We will go to 4-on-4 with those, not quite coincidental, it's just a pair of penalties. Verliak sends it in for the Sun Devils, pursued by Brady Morgan, but got through first by Ryan Hurez of the Utes. Back to Hurez now, near side. Hurez sends it across. And it will find the stick of Seamus Bertinoli. Bertinoli sends a shot wide. Brady Morgan will be the first to track this one down hard. Hit into the boards by Bertinoli. Hanlon working with it behind his own net. Just about a minute left on this 4-on-4. Verliak works it forward. Good give and go with Dan Kenzie. Kenzie working forward with it. Poked away and then laid out. Good defensive work by Dylan Graves. Verliak lets a slapper fire. Puck still loose in front, but eventually controlled by Chase McDonald. McDonald skating across the blue line. McDonald will take it all the way himself. Shot is wide. Maybe saved with the stick by Kyle Dietrich there. Puck loose. Kuda looks to control it, but instead it's poked out by Justin Verliak after Michael Aaron gained possession. 35 seconds left on the 4-on-4. The Utes have been in control for pretty much the entirety of the 4-on-4 opportunity. Skating forward is Michael Aaron. Sent back from where it came from. Johnson looks to send it back in. Bo Bertinoli works forward, but Jacob Brown will take the puck away from him. Brown moving forward, far side, brings it in. Brown looking for Ingbar, and he will leave it for Coda. Ingbar battling for his puck. He's able to send it out. Puck loose in front. Gibb comes out, but the puck squirts around behind the net. So we're going to go back to 5-on-5 momentarily here. 2-1 and release. The players coming out of the box. Both teams at full strength. Under a minute 30 left in this third period. Hand is up, and it looks like the delayed call is against the Utes. Pulling the Utah goalie. Bo Bertinoli with a chance. Shot goes wide. And the Sun Devils will touch it up before someone heads back to the penalty box.
Now this is the Utes' last chance to capitalize on something and try to get anything positive from this loss. Would probably be avoiding a shutout. That at least they could take that away from the game.
And not to place any commentators' curses on anyone, I believe Dietrich would be going for his third shutout of the season. First two coming against Texas A&M.
Jason, we can't say that. We're cursing him now.
Coda Ingbar to the box. He'll serve 2. Unless the Utes are able to score, that will be the rest of the game. 2 minutes for elbowing from Ingvar. Second elbowing call of the game. Under a minute to go in this one. Muir comes away with it for the Sun Devils, looking to just clear the puck. Dangle able to keep this one in. Solid play by Josh Dangle, keeping the puck in. Hurris comes away with it, looking for York, unable to find him, and Johnny Randall comes away with it. Randall looking for LeClaire in the offensive zone. LeClaire will turn right back around and check out, though. Official's hand is up, so it looks like this might go with a 5-on-3. As right now it's going to be 6-on-4 as Gibb checks out for the Utes. Sun Devils will be able to touch this one up and receive their 5-on-3 chance.
Well, and all in all, a great game by Arizona State. They stuck together. They played great. Just a deterioration of Utah that we've seen just right before our eyes. It's just it's unfortunate for the Utes.
And from what I'm hearing and the still immaculate ears of Richard Flores, 5-minute major on Johnny Randall. Randall's been going at it with some of these Utes players all game. He was involved in that second period brawl. 5 minutes on the board for Johnny Randall. It'll be 5-on-3 for the Utes. 20 seconds on the clock. Vriliak's able to clear it as Curtis Kuhn's not able to get his hand on it. 10 seconds left on the clock. You'd see that quick. Dangle pulls it across, fires a shot off. Hard shot saved by Dietrich. Puck is loose into the net, and that will do it. So 6-0, the Sun Devils win here in our Sunday afternoon matchup. ASU takes down the Utah Utes. Solid play all around. Shutout by Kyle Dietrich. What do you have to say, Kennedy?
I got to give my props to Kyle Dietrich. To get a shutout's impressive. To get 3 in a 2-week span is just fantastic on Kyle Dietrich's part. And I just got all-around team success that they've had. Defensively, offensively, being able to connect their passes, being able to find open lanes. Just a fantastic day for Arizona State hockey.
Yeah, the Sun Devils coming through on both sides of the ice. Area the coaching staff might want them to clean things up in, though, is penalties. We saw this at the beginning of the season, ASU spending a lot of time in the sin bin. And today, big brawl, 5-minute major. What are your thoughts?
My thoughts on it is, you're exactly what you said. They need to clean it up because they may not always be up 6-0. It could be a time where they really need all 5 of their men on the ice, and if they're not disciplined, it could come to hurt them later in the season. And
altogether, Candy, I'm going to put you on the spot here. Richard doesn't like to let me name players of the game, make these kind of awards. Sometimes he does, but he doesn't always bring it up in postgame. If you had to give this game puck away to someone, who are you giving it to from the Sun Devils?
It's an easy decision for me. I'm giving it to Kyle Dietrich. It's always impressive to get a shutout. I love goalies for some reason. Kyle Dietrich did a fantastic job, fantastic saves, all around great athleticism from him. I'm giving the player of the game to Kyle Dietrich. What about you?
I'm play-by-play right now, Candy. I don't have to make these calls. I was very impressed by Dietrich's play. Altogether, a good team effort. Maybe give it collectively to that fourth line.
Oh, yeah.
A lot of energy, some scoring chances out of them. But, expect an interview, hopefully with Kyle Dietrich, featuring Kennedy Collier later on after our post-game show. Keep it right here, but now we're going to take a break. Your final score from Oceanside Ice Arena, ASU 6, Utah nothing. You've been watching ASU D2 Hockey on the Walter Cronkite Sports Network.
Good night and good hockey. thanks for joining us. I'm Kennedy Collier here with Kyle Dietrich, my personal player of the game. Congrats on the shutout. How does it feel to get a shutout in the game?
You know, it feels real good. The team came out strong, a little shaky at first, but we usually come out a little slow. But, you know, did a good job holding them off in the game.
Now, you guys came off a 2-game series against Michigan State. Great wins on that. How's it like to come off to a team that's more physical and then play Utah?
You know, they're a little smaller than Utah, but they definitely hit a lot more, skate a little more. So it's you know, it's a little bit of relaxation, but you still have to go out there and do your work, you know.
And you played 3 games in a row. How do you prepare mentally for that? You got to be exhausted from 3 straight games in a row.
I don't know. I mean, it's not. I don't really think of it that big of a deal. Like, we got a good break the first couple. The short turnaround from last night to tonight's a little harder. But you know, you just got a lot of good rest and stuff, and not too bad.
All right. Well, congrats on your win and congrats on your shutout. Thanks for joining us. Stay tuned. Friday at 7, we have a game against Northern Arizona University. Stay tuned for that. It's supposed to be an exciting game. For Cronkite Sports Live, I'm Kennedy Collier. You guys have a great day.